Right now, more than 2,700 flights are canceled across the country because of Hurricane Milton. 6 Florida airports are closed right now, including Orlando, which is the busiest airport in the state. And people waking up to extensive damage. Robert Ray has a closer look from Tampa.
An extraordinary night here in Florida on the Gulf Coast. We are in Tampa. It is about 3 a.m. We made our way from Bradenton, where we endured such heavy winds, destructive, catastrophic winds. And now you see a partially collapsed building here in downtown Tampa. And look at this, police officers just making their way out for the first time onto the streets here. They've been taking cover themselves, as they should be, first responders. And now that the winds have died down a bit here and the rain has died down, they are hard at work trying to remove this debris and pushing it to the side, doing the best they can. And this is what we're going to see all over this region, unfortunately. The roadways, just a disaster. From Bradenton on to Tampa, as we drove on I-75, tree branches down, structures that were actually blown into the roadways. And then, you know, we tried to make our way to Tropicana Field, where the Tampa Bay Rays play, the Major League Baseball team, where they're housing utility workers from around the country on cots. Well, the roof got ripped off, and we couldn't make our way there because of flooding on the roads. Remarkable. We made it a bit and then had to turn around as the water was rushing in, unfortunately. And you see these guys working. Power outages continue to mount. My goodness, hovering around 3 million customers here, many people in shelters, unfortunately, and that is what we're dealing with. The coastline, we're just not sure what has occurred because it has been the dark at night and all these winds have just dissipated. And so we will get a full scope of what has occurred here on the Gulf Coast on this Thursday, and likely we'll see it from the air and from the ground, as people will be out, first responders, National Guard, and everyone else. There are fatalities, and it is horrible. We don't know how many people at this point. We will monitor that as well. But as you see right here, look at this. Lloyd, come with me. We'll just take a look at all of this. One of the older buildings in Tampa that clearly, with the winds, fell at some point over the night. And then, Lloyd, take a look up there. We'll show in downtown Tampa some of the alarms that are going off in the buildings, and you see the raindrops falling on the lens. Still light rain, cool temperatures right now, and that is what we're dealing with in the aftermath of historic Hurricane Milton that made a landfall at about 8:30 p.m. on the Gulf Coast on Wednesday as a Category 3 and impacting a lot of the peninsula inland from Orlando into Jacksonville. We shall assess here in the coming days and hope that the catastrophic scenarios that were predicted did not come to fruition. I'm Robert Ray in downtown Tampa. Fox Weather.